people that God was going to put in my life, I asked a simple question. I said, I want you to tell me what your goal is. Because the scariest thing to me would be standing here today, 6 months from now, exactly where I am. And I made everybody in that room tell me what their goal is in the next 6 months. 5 girls duplicated all of those people. I handed them a gift, and I asked them to bring 5 people, to bring 5 people, to bring 5 people. And you see how many people we got on the stage from about 10 o'clock this morning till now. So I remember exactly where I was sitting at my first event. Steve Elder came on stage, was sitting right over there. And he talked about the parable of Luke chapter 8 and how we are simply just sowers of seeds. How some of the seeds are going to fall on rocky ground, and a bird's going to swoop in and it's going to plant them somewhere else. Some of your seeds are going to fall on the thorny ground, and they're going to get choked out by the thorns. But some of your seeds, guys, they're going to fall on good ground, and they are going to reap a harvest of 100-fold. You have to remember, planting those seeds, you have to continue to plant them and let God take care of the rest, because He will put people in your life that are supposed to be on your team. If you don't get anything from what I tell you today in the next 15 minutes, this is what I want you to get from all of it. That you can be your own hero. Who knows what the butterfly effect is? So in theory, the butterfly effect is how one butterfly flaps its wings and over weeks, spans of time, turns into a hurricane. Or how one small town Iowa girl shared her story one time and changed thousands of lives. Who knows what this number means? 390,625. That is what your business would look like if you shared with 5 people. You shared with 5 people. You shared with 5 people, 8 levels deep. That's how many active distributors you would have. Who in this room would like to be an ambassador? Let's hear it. That's what you gotta do, guys. So the big, ugly word, no. We've all heard it. I've heard it a lot. But the only difference in where you are right now in your business and where maybe somebody like me is what that word really means to you. To me, no doesn't actually mean no. No doesn't mean, means maybe no right now. Maybe not next week, maybe not next month, maybe not even next week, or next year, y'all. It just means they don't know what you have to offer. And you have to keep sharing. And you have to keep sharing your lifestyle. Because what's Rudy say? We're given a life. Singular gives us the style to live this lifestyle. So the hardest part of my whole Singular journey has been sharing my story. I'll talk about my team all day long. They're in this room. I can't see them because of the lights. Yeah, there's my girls and boys. I love them dearly. But you see these big pretty banners outside, and you see maybe a mom floating on smooth water, raising her 3 kidlets. She's got all of her ducks in a row. But I promised myself and a couple men yesterday that I would share my real story. The real, the raw, and the things that most people don't know when they look at a silver executive banner. The truth is, I grew up in a place I personally call God's country, where within 100 yards of my back door, I could be gone on my horse for hours. that it was the only way I could control my chaos. That at 16, I moved out of my parents' house, graduated high school at 17, and I was on a one-way train out of there as fast as I could. Went to college, and when things got hard, I dropped out. I am a nursing school dropout, guys. That 2 weeks into a relationship with the love of my life, I got pregnant with my oldest son. And 2 weeks after my 21st birthday, we got married. We spent the first 5 years of our marriage in a one-bedroom trailer raising 2 babies while I got my education. Those 2 kids were my butterfly effect. And I knew that there wasn't anybody coming to save me but me. So if you think that I don't know what broke feels like, looks like, and smells like, I think you do now. Now, I'm a full-time project manager. I'm still a full-time project manager. I'm raising 3 kids, been married to the love of my life for 14 years, and we're a rodeo lifestyle. We live like carnies on the road. And this is pretty much what it looks like every day. But what I learned very young at age is if you didn't control your chaos, it would control you. And I have a rule in our house. It's more like a law. If it's not making me an income, making me happy, and that includes people, I'm not doing it. I also have some rules that I like to call my sometimes, always, never. And there are certain things in your life that you will make important. If it's important for you, to you, you will find the time. So when I hear people say I'm busy, my first response is, get a bigger plate. Mic drop, enough about me, let's talk about you. So tell me, I want everybody to stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. I want you to close your eyes right now and I want you to picture your dream. What does it look like? Y'all, what does it feel like? Does it have a smell? A sound? And I want you to take that from your brain and I want you to put it in your heart. Because what your brain thinks, your heart will feel and your mouth will say. Because you're enough. You are worthy and your dreams are worth it. I'm a huge goal setter. I write down my goals. You'll see some picture there. Those are the goals that I have for my family. My husband and I have set those together for the next 2 years. There's singular goals, there's personal goals, there's course goals. But don't let somebody tell you to give up on your dreams just because they did theirs. Another thing you may not know about me is that I will temporarily sacrifice the things that I like in my life so I can forever have the things that I love. I love roping calves. I love team roping with my husband and my oldest son. But y'all, I love running barrels. And there are some things, like I said, you will make time for what's important to you, that I will always do for my kids. The first thing is I will never show them what quitting looks like. Second, my husband and I will always train badass horses for them to win on. Third, I will always make my dreams just as important as theirs. So right now, while those 2 little babies are grown in the pasture that Xyngfest provided, that I had on my dream board for 2 years, I will build a foundation and an empire for my family for the rest of their lives. I will temporarily sacrifice to have what I want forever. somewhere along the line, somebody of authority has told you that your dream's not enough. That maybe you aren't enough. Your friends are gonna think you're crazy. Your family's gonna think you're crazy. But the truth is, guys, they're not flying all over the world, missing more of their babies' birthdays than they've been home for in the last 3 years prior to coming to Singular. They don't get a vote. You have to stop the negative self-talk, and you have to remove people from your life raft that aren't rowing in the direction you are. If you have people in your life right now that are poking holes in your life raft, you need to remove them. So promise me right now, to write it down. And promise yourself that in 6 months you will not be sitting in the same position you are today. That your life will look different, your business will be different, that you're gonna hit that rank, and that the only person that's gonna tell you no is God. Thank you.